Welcome to the Processing Playground. Today the topic is knowing versus understanding. And the reason I'm talking about this today, a lot of times in the world, we're trying to understand and we're trying to move forward and work with other people, other relationships. And we have a hard time because we all are coming from our own point of reference. So in order to understand, we have to go into different dialogues and different relationships, not with a closed mind, but an open mind. And if you think about it, if we come into a situation or experience and we're already in that I know, it can put up, I have the answers. And you might not even be saying this, but if that mentality or that frequency is, I have the answers, therefore I'm closed, I'm not going to take any more information in, it kind of puts it in that know-it-all mindset. And it can really put up these energetic, invisible walls. And in those walls, there's no sense of connection or working together. It's very much, it's all about me and my point of reference. Now, it's so easy to do because we can be guarded and defensive for a lot of different reasons. But we want to understand that so that when we go into our different relationships and our experiences, that perhaps we open our mind and go into that state of understanding. It does take a little more work because to go into that state of understanding, we want to start asking more questions and not just having answers. Because when we open up to questions, we let new information in. We may not agree with it. It may not be from our point of reference, but it expands our field of engagement. And if we can engage, then we open up and not put walls, we put bridges and doors, and we're able to work together. And in this dialogue that it creates inclusiveness. It creates connection. And in that connection, we're able to truly communicate so that we're not isolated and creating like a prison mentality, which that's really it is, because isolation makes us feel alone and separate, and that's why we suffer, and that's why there's so many addiction to drugs and alcohol and shopping and gossiping, because we're not feeling connected. So if we open our mind and start understanding, then we open up to possibility, and that's where the magic happens. So there may be a lot in the world right now that can take us off our center and want to put us into the state of I know, no, no. Maybe we can open up to a deeper level of understanding so that we can work more together and create inclusion and let ourselves really expand into this next stage of life, in this next paradigm with more magic. And it can happen, but we have to be able to participate, to open our mind, to fully engage. And remember that we're all in this together. And change is happening whether we want to or not. So oftentimes we're being asked to change our reference point from the inside out. So remember, when you're out in the world, do I know, am I a know-it-all, or am I understanding? Right? It's always a choice. So just some food for thought. I hope you find this helpful. Thank you for joining me here on the Processing Playground. Namaste.